Social networking through blogging, instant messaging, and short message services enable children to communicate with friends quickly, effectively, and presumably with confidence. What are the inherent dangers associated with social networking, and how can schools address these effectively? Written and narrated by Brittany Townsend. Social media, is it all it's really cracked up to be? Yes, we're able to connect with friends from all around the world at a click of a button, and the World Wide Web is a great way to keep up with the 21st century around us. But do the positives outweigh the negatives? There are so many dangers that are associated with social networking, and we need to find effective ways to teach these children these inherent dangers. Currently, more and more schools are choosing a path where they're allowing social media into their classrooms. How do schools then address these dangers with the classroom effectively? Teachers need to be educating these children on why they're using social media within the school environment and why it can sometimes be really dangerous. This may include cyberbullying or sexual predators. There is a world of social media can be a very scary place for anyone, especially children, and teachers need to be aware of this and put lots of strategies in place to protect these children online. According to research found by Matt Britland, 16 out of 27 teaching professionals are now using social media within their classroom. Twitter was the number one site used, with 15 out of 16 teachers finding Twitter the most useful social media platform to be used within the classroom. Next was of course Facebook with 8 users, followed by Pinterest with 3. This has to be evidence showing social media is becoming more widely used within the classroom. Although social media is now a current form of education, some parents, principals, and teachers still dislike the idea of using this within the classroom. Matt Britland's research has also shown us that 11 out of 27 teachers who do not use social media from their schools is because local authority won't allow them to be used, teachers and staff are not happy with it, or parent worries are a big factor in not allowing social media within these 11 schools. Every minute of every day, Twitter users tweet just over 270,000 times, where Facebook users share just under 2.5 million pieces of content, where Pinterest users pin just under 3,500 images. If we educate ourselves on the inherent dangers of social media, we are then giving ourselves a greater understanding of what social media is, which then allows us to teach these children the right way to use social media. Researching dangers of social media itself can lead to great ways to help children understand about social media. During the research I have conducted to complete this essay, I have found a document that is fun and engaging for children, but allows them to look at the dangers of social media in a way that makes them think outside the box. The following document is a little bit blurry. I still wanted to keep it in there because I wanted to give you guys an insight of what the document looked like and how it was set out. It is a PDF form, and I will link the actual PDF in here somewhere. But it is really good, and I am explaining everything as I go, so I just wanted to give you some kind of vision. So this is the activity guide that I found when I was doing research for this essay. It's really, really good. It's called the Activity Guide for Teachers of Primary School Students. They're different modules, and this one's on social media, so it's got what it's about, different scenarios and different activities, so it really gets the children thinking about what could happen or what might happen, rather than just thinking everything's always okay online when it's not. So we've just got a little bit about what it's about, and then you've got your AusVals standards, so it does relate back to the AusVals and your Victorian standards as well, so that's always good to know that you've got it. It's for level 6, so grade 6 students. So you've got your scenarios, little bit, and then you've also got optional extension activities, which are good as well. And then down here, so you read through the scenario. My friend Tyson is always talking online to this guy he met in a gaming forum. He reckons this guy is really cool because he knows lots of cheats. He says that if Tyson wants to catch up, he'll give him some free software and maybe show him how to tweak his settings on his computer to run faster. And then it's got a little scenario. It's just really a class discussion to get the children thinking about it, what they know, what they don't know. And again, you've got the optional extension. I really think that module is great for getting the children thinking about what it is social media is used for, and how, although it can be used for great things, it can also be a little bit scary and dangerous sometimes. So it's really great to get the children thinking about what happens if, and to get the children knowing what to do if something was to happen. Although I may not agree with social media in schools. It's the way of life. It's what's going to happen, and sometimes you just got to go with what's going to happen in the virtual life, the virtual world we live in. When I was searching online for this task, I was using YouTube, and I come across this video, and it just really talks about how social media is about life now, and it is a live stream. We can't do nearly as much as what we used to do in person now because it's all online. So this is a funny video. It is very warmly hearted, but it does have a meaning behind it. So I hope you enjoy.
Time to check my social media, yeah.
To see who loves me online.
Hashtag blessed life. Time to post a pic with an inspirational quote.
It's deep and we'll get live.
No Wi-Fi.
Oh no, I'll die.
Where's my phone?
It gives me life. Eating ramen here in my pajamas. Eating ramen here in my pajamas. Logging on to see all my followers. Instagram, my Java on a saucer. There's my mama ranting about Obama. In all caps and proper use of commas. To be honest, I feel for the Amish. They can find a tweet or Facebook comment. Every day we get on the internet and talk through our screens to everyone. When words fail, we speak through emojis and memes. We follow Tay Tay and Kim Kardashian.
When I'm not on fleek and feeling basic, and my FOMO leaves me with no chill, I know my Snapchat squad will make me say, yes, God, the World Wide Web is babe for real.
It's the virtual life, and it fools us all. We compare and scroll, so we'll measure up. We will take selfies in the perfect lighting. It's the virtual life.
That video talked a little bit about taking selfies in perfect lighting and having all the amount of likes and doing things for likes on Facebook, and I feel that that's kind of how cyberbullying can start a little bit. I feel that we are always doing things online to get the likes or to get the friend requests, and that's how this negative mindset starts, I feel. So although that video was quite funny and very entertaining, and it was also very real, and it's so true. There's so many children and teenagers and adults out there that just can't live without their phone or their social media or networking accounts. In 2014, scary statistics about cyberbullying were released, and more than 10,000 teens were surveyed. Results were found that 7 out of 10 children or teens have been cyberbullied. 37% of those teens are bullied frequently, and 20% of those are experiencing extreme bullying every single day. Furthermore, research done by Slater and Gordon and the Anti-Bullying Alliance states that more than half of teens have accepted cyberbullying into their everyday lives. These statistics are a horrible insight of life of an everyday teenager. This is not fair. If they experience cyberbullying enough that they now have to expect it, it's worse than ever, and it needs to stop. There are so many ways that a school can educate their students on cyberbullying. These can include watching videos online as a classroom or having guest speakers come into the school and share their past experiences with the students. There are also plenty of ways the school can try and stop cyberbullying at the school with their networks and their computers. Having a great IT professional to access the computers and monitor what is being said online is a great way to start in a school setting. You can then work out who is cyberbullying, who's being cyberbullied, and what sites are being used inappropriately and what words are being used to cyberbully. You can then block these sites and these words from the social network and give the children no option to use these sites to cyberbully anyone. Nancy Willard has stated that there are many concerns about why children should not be using social networks. The main three concerns relate to children not making the right choices, guardians of these children not supervising their children online, and mostly the thought of the sexual predators and other dangerous strangers out there that are found online, where these children are again making uneducated decisions and parents are once again not observing their children online. Nancy Willard has stated that there are many concerns about why children should not be using social networks, but the main three concerns relate to children not making the right choices, guardians of these children not supervising their children online, but mostly the thought that sexual predators and other dangerous strangers are found online. As quickly as I can change my hairstyle, children can make uneducated decisions online, which can lead to sexual predators. When it comes to sexual predators, they're everywhere. You're never sure if who you were talking to behind the computer screen is really who they say they are. The head of Queensland's Child Safety and Sexual Crimes Group had staff posing as children online, and within 10 minutes of being online, the police had found a potential sexual predator. Whilst I've been doing this essay, I've been asking a lot of my friends and family if they think that children should be allowed on social media or not. And the most common answer I get back is if they say no, their reasons are because of sexual predators. The thought of children being spoken to by someone they do not know with bad intentions is enough to keep children off social media altogether. Of course, as educators, we cannot control what happens outside of school hours, so it's our job to teach these children the virtual life skills of why it is important not to talk to someone you don't know, and not to give out personal information online. And if something happens online that makes you feel uncomfortable, tell someone. It is so important to have classroom group discussions with the children about what the children feel social media is used for, and what is okay on social media and what isn't. Social media is a very scary part of the 21st century world, and we need to be aware of the dangers online. As we are teachers, we have the responsibility to educate these children about these dangers and why it is important to stay safe online. If we continue to do this in an appropriate and engaging way, maybe one day the safety of children online will not be an inherent danger and it will be a thing of the past.